Hey guys, so we're getting towards the end of my presentation, and I want to go back to this slide um, that we just finished talking about and just give you a really simple fact, which is just that 90% of our flowering species rely on pollinators. So hillsides like this couldn't exist without that process that we went over, this little life cycle here. Okay, so I don't want you to read too much into this slide. There's a lot of words. I want you to see a flower and look at all the traits like we covered in structure, like we covered in shape, and the color and aroma that is emitted by a flower like this. And I will be putting out a video of a painting and covering more specific anatomy of a flower. And you can paint along with me, you can color along with me, and we're going to be releasing some coloring pages as well for you to follow. But basically, the stigma, which is in this upper corner here, this is what collects that pollen and will create a seed. All right, so this is activity number 2. What I want you guys to do is get really creative and pull out some paper and pencils and colored pencils and all kinds of things, or go out in nature and collect a bunch of different petals and create your own favorite flower. It can be literally anything you want. Most ridiculous colors. It could be a rainbow flower, it can be anything. And I want you to create a pollinator that would see that flower and find it attractive and be like, oh, that's the one that I know will have the best nectar for me to eat. And so an example could be like the hummingbird, and that it likes that red because it needs high carb. Or it could be that I want a flower that's made of pizza because I love pizza. And so I'm going to go find that. So get super creative. It can be simple, it can be complex, it can be whatever you want it to be. And I want you to send that along to Stephanie, and we will share those on our Instagram page, hopefully. And then what I want you to do finally is go around and find some visual cues that signify those pollinators in real life. Here's a picture of one of our technicians at Missoula County Weed District looking at some plants, and those blue flowers are kind of attractive to some bees. So what I want you to do is practice safe social distancing, get outside with your family, and look for some examples of that. And if you find pictures of pollinators or plants, we love them, so please send those to this email here, stephanie@missoulaeduplace.org. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot more to come. Stay in tune with Stephanie and I. We're going to go outside and do some wildlife or wildflower identification and walks and virtual hikes and a lot of outdoor activities. Up next for me is I'm going to do some fun virtual painting, as I mentioned. And if you guys have any ideas for me to do or want to be involved with, then send those along to Stephanie. And hopefully I'll get to see you all soon. Thank you so much for listening today, and I hope you have a good day. Okay? Bye, guys.